Beneath the sunlit waves lies a world we know, but deeper still, there is a strange, eerie world, almost entirely unknown, a place called the Midnight Zone of the ocean. In the coldest, darkest, and deepest part of the planet, life quietly endures. There are no forests, no light, no seasons. Yet this place is home to creatures that modern science is still trying to name. Creatures that glow in the dark, hunt with light, and survive under pressure strong enough to crush you steel. And because of all that, this is known as the world of darkness and light, the most vivid paradox in nature. Hundreds of meters below the surface, where sunlight no longer reaches, a secret stage awaits. The creatures here emit their own light, to see, to hunt, to love, and to survive. We call this phenomenon bioluminescence, when an organism produces light from within its own body, not to shine like stars, but to stay alive. Some creatures glow to call a mate, like love signals in the night. Some use light as a weapon, luring prey into their trap, and others wear it like a magical cloak, vanishing into the darkness. In these waters, light, a perfect cut from nature itself. But prey aren't helpless. Some species have evolved as masters of deception, emitting fake light to fool predators, creating a glowing copy of themselves, and slipping away while the hunter bites into illusion. The deeper you dive, the stranger biology becomes. You'll encounter a creature called the siphonophore, not a single being, but a colony linked as one body. A species that lives in a chain, endlessly cloning itself like a story without end. Some grow over 40 meters long, longer than a blue whale. It floats like a ghostly ribbon, a sea spirit drifting between two worlds. Each part of its body has a role. Some feed, some move, some reproduce. A perfect system in absolute silence. But deep-sea creatures don't just look strange. They exist within a bizarre food chain. With no sunlight to create energy, the entire ecosystem depends on one thing: marine snow. Imagine tiny dead fragments, fish waste, bacteria, algae, decaying cells, all falling from above like snow. Thousands of tons of organic snow descend each day, and the ocean floor becomes a quiet valley of dark flakes. That snow is the food source for all who live near the bottom. Some creatures act as cleaners, others filter waste into nutrients. And so, the wheel of life turns, without any help from the sun. In the mud, kilometers deep, you'll find creatures stranger than fairy tales. The sea toad, a fish with feet, it doesn't swim, it walks. It sits still, blending in like a stone, waiting for a single mistake. And when prey gets too close, the gulp is silent, final. Nearby is the flapjack octopus, with a soft, pancake-like body and innocent eyes. But don't be fooled by the cuteness. It can squirt ink and shoot off like a torpedo at the first sign of danger. When night falls, something strange happens beneath the sea. Billions of tiny creatures leave their hiding spots, rising toward the surface, driven by an ancient instinct deep in their blood. This is the largest daily migration on Earth, a silent march of life, unnoticed by most. From depths of hundreds of meters, they ascend toward glowing algae, a fertile feeding ground. But the journey is perilous. In the thick darkness, predators are lurking, silent and merciless. A giant squid darts up from the abyss, light flashing along its body like a signal from another planet. Each muscular pulse sends waves of light rippling, making it look like a living sea dragon. Each hunt is a performance, every movement a symphony of light, shadow, and speed. When dawn breaks, the army returns to its depths, back to the place where sunlight has never reached. a closed cycle, the ocean's silent breath. To witness these creatures, humans had to build something extraordinary, a special submersible called the Johnson Sea Link. It's unlike any other vessel. Its front is a transparent sphere where explorers sit, watching an alien world. Outside are floodlights and remote-controlled cameras. The deeper it descends, the blacker and thicker the water becomes. At 600 meters, pressure is 20 times greater than at the surface. There, water isn't just water. It's a dense wall between two worlds. The temperature is near freezing. No sunlight survives. And yet, the creatures are still there, and they begin to appear. A faint beam of light cuts the dark, revealing a creature never named. A massive comb jelly, the size of a soccer ball, glistening like diamonds underwater. It has no bones, no brain in the usual sense, but it moves, hunts, and glows. The deeper we look, the stranger it gets. A jellyfish with no scientific name, drifting by like a glowing ghost. Another comb jelly, wrapped in delicate silk-like skirts, like an ocean princess, both gentle and deadly. Then something magical happens. When all lights are turned off, everything begins to shine. Not because of the sub, but because the creatures themselves are singing with light. A jellyfish pulses light with every beat, glowing rhythmically. A squid lights up fiery streaks along its body, nature's own disco. Far away, a wave of lights blinks on and off, like an SOS from a forgotten world. This is bioluminescence, living light, not to see clearly, but to send messages. Some are warnings, others deadly invitations. Encounter an anglerfish, and you'll never forget it. A fish with horrific teeth and a glowing fishing rod on its head. That light is bait, luring the curious ever closer. And when they're too close, death comes from a mouth built in darkness. That glowing rod isn't self-made, it comes from symbiotic bacteria. They live together, they kill together, a perfect pact between biology and shadow. Elsewhere in the deepest waters, a shocking discovery, a lake beneath the ocean. It sounds impossible, but it's real. These are brine pools, lakes of super salty water, denser than seawater. When chemicals leak from the seabed, they form these lakes, some 15 meters deep. Imagine, at the bottom of the ocean, there's another lake lying below. Seen from above, it's a dark mirror, still haunting, and along its shores, life blooms. Giant crabs cluster in swarms, an oasis of life in a deadly world. So strange, no one believed it until the camera saw it. But danger lingers. A cutthroat eel swims too far into the pool and begins to seize. The brine is too salty. It can't breathe. One more moment and it'll become a preserved corpse. Some escape, trembling, sluggish, but alive. Others don't. They remain, the bodies of those who tried to cross the line. Silent warnings. This is not a place for the curious. In the deepest depths, the line between life and death is as thin as a flick of a tail. No sound, no light, only darkness, and the faint glow from creatures never named. We've only seen the tip of the iceberg. Deep sea creatures aren't just strange. They're nature's truest face, unshaped by sunlight or gravity. They live, evolve, and die, completely in the dark. And in that darkness, the purest beauty of life is revealed. The deep ocean is like a holy scripture yet to be read in full. Each expedition turns a few more pages, but never the whole book. Perhaps the strangest thing about these deep sea beings isn't their teeth or tentacles or light. It's that they've been there for millions of years, and we never even knew their names. You're watching Super Stubborn Animal, where we tell the untold stories of the natural world. If this all seems strange to you, remember, nature never needs exaggeration. It only needs to be discovered.